won't fail. Tune in, it's time for Common Man. Common Man, charms the housewives like no one can. What'd you shoot? Where'd we play? Non-stop nonsense on deck today. Tune in, it's time for Common Man.
Oh, boy. Why should anybody aspire to be a common man, an average man? Do you realize what it means to be average? That means you're the best of the lousiest, and the lousiest of the best. Now, if we demand more and more for producing less and less, while the have-not nations encourage and inspire and indeed require hard work and maximum effort, if we deify the common men while they encourage and reward the uncommon ones, well, the end result of such a lopsided race as that is too obvious to require elaboration. I always loved that one.
I mean, it's like, hello?
Oh my gosh. Above average.
Brilliant! They have no chance!
Get back,
Here
guys.
it is! The season's on the line! Two receivers left and right! McCown takes the snap! He steps up! He's all by himself! Fires into the end zone! Intercepted by Antoine Winfield! 20, 30, and we'll see him all night! 50, 40, 30! Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Touchdown, Vikings!
Get back, guys.
Here it is. The season's on the line. Two receivers left and right. McCown takes the snap. He steps up. And now he's sacked by Kennedy Udeze. And it's scooped up by fellow rookie Dontarius Thomas. He's to the 40, 50, 40. One man to beat. So he pitches to Antoine Winfield. I don't believe what I just saw. Touchdown! There's a fat lady singing. This opera's over, and the Vikings are going to the playoffs.
I always loved that one.
Just keep battling. And just keep battling. And keep battling. When the Vikings and the Bears play, it's a street fight. If you're going to get ready for a street fight, you better start getting ready now.
Mark, they can't pitch. They can't hit. What is with? I mean, come on.
Rosa, you don't know nothing.
He's the clown from Brown. He's the fourth in the North. This is the Common Man, Dan Cole.
Why are these two countries even playing hockey? Is it Czechoslovakia in France? Yeah, it's just...
What channel are you on?
I'm on Peacock, it looks like. What are you on? I thought you were a hockey guy.
I haven't even looked at the TV yet.
Oh, I don't think I've decided you're not a hockey guy after this. That's it for me with you. I thought you and I were cut from the same cloth. You know, I mean, put it this way. The state is surrounded, what is it surrounded by? Blue line?
Yes.
What about the penalty box? And then my mom was the referee. We will stand and defend and we'll fight to the end. Well, the end of the second period. You know what? That was a cheap shot I used to use when the Wild were a terrible team in a terrible city with terrible fans in a terrible stadium. So
you're watching on the Peacock app. I don't even know if I get that in here.
We get that here, but it's a final. It's over. It's who did I just say?
Did Chechio win?
Yeah, Czech beat the French. No French judges to skew the score in favor of the Frenchmen like they did with the ice dancing the other night. But yeah, they're shaking hands.
You know what the problem with the Olympics is specifically Olympic hockey?
What is that?
Too many countries just have red and blue.
Yeah, I guess they do.
There's not many. Yeah, you get Sweden that gets the yellow and blue, and other than that,
yeah,
they all kind of have the same color scheme.
Yeah, I mean, you could have...
Czech, USA, France, Slovakia.
If you didn't know that the Czech uniforms could have been mistaken for the United States because they are the red, white, and blue, or the Montreal Canadiens.
Does anyone like green or orange? Or
I don't watch their country's colors, Tennessee, is what they do.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, if Mexico, Italy is green, white, and red, aren't they? Or is that Mexico? If they have hockey teams, that's what they'll wear.
Yeah, but they actually wear blue in the Olympics. Italy does.
All right.
It goes back to,
I don't know.
There's some meaning behind it.
I guess I haven't thought about it long enough, and I really already wasted too much time thinking about it.
Well, it's pretty controversial.
It is controversial.
Talk about that at 12:05.
Well, on a Friday, too. We're just trying to phone it in. It's a FedEx Friday.
I thought talking about Olympic hockey jerseys was phoning it in.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Upsy daisy, UPS. It's an upsy daisy Friday is what it is. So now you're being called a fraud.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, because you're not watching. It says right here, Tennessee is a fraud. And then when this one says, Ten hasn't even looked at the TV yet. What? Is he busy with show prep? I don't know. But there you have it. So,
believe me, I would rather watch hockey and be distracted by what you're saying than actually have to be focused on what you're saying. But
this just came in this would be for preposterous statement next year. From the 763, it came over at 11:31 and 50 seconds. It says, best 9 to noon ever. Great job, Fallness and Brett.
I always love that.
Is the bar that low on the Paul? I haven't listened to the Paul Allen Project in a while. Ever told you I never listened to the radio? I just don't. I mean, I'm glad everybody else does. It just is. It's like I'm not on Twitter. I don't watch TV unless it's like, football game. I'm not on social. I'm not on TV. I don't listen to the radio.
Well, you have voices in your own head all the time.
Well, that's it.
So,
a tiny voice inside my head said, don't look back. You can never look back. Program password today will be very interesting. Lil B and I teaming. You told me it was Lil B and I teaming up for the first time, and I don't know how long. When was the last time we were teammates?
You guys have been teammates more than you think, but
really?
Yeah.
I know
typically you're pitted against each other.
Well, I think more so than it used to be. Because I thought how many years have we been doing this now? 13, 14 years, 6, 7, whatever it is. I think early on we used to play together often.
That was because we always had Rosen as a third wheel.
Oh,
so we were only inviting one person in, so I would kind of rotate it around.
That makes
now that Rosen skipped working Fridays.
Yes.
And we don't have him for password anymore. Then we are always inviting two guests, and
that's the reason.
A lot of times it just makes sense to split you up.
Yes, well, that's the reason then. But so we haven't played together very often since then because of the Mark Rosen exit stage left, as Snagglepuss once said. So that'll be interesting. It's Mussman, who he takes all sorts of grief.
Well, deservedly so.
Yeah, he's won one time,
twice.
Do you remember who he played with? I mean, they should be. It's historic enough. We should know. Do we know who they were?
I felt like he won early on. He might have won like the first time he ever played with Lil B.
Okay.
And then it just went downhill. But according to my stats, he's only on a 1-game losing streak. So it was only 2 times ago that he did win.
Okay. Well, good for him. He's paired up with I don't even know who that guy is anymore. I used to see him every day and spend a half hour before my show and a half hour after my show in his office, but he's not here.
I'm sure he misses that.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yeah,
but he still shows up here, but because he's now been elevated, he's a corporate big shot. He travels a lot, and so he's not always here. But Greg Swedberg, and you're pairing the two of them against...
I don't think he can fire me anymore, so now I feel like I can put him with Muss.
Well, he already complained.
Well, yeah, I heard it.
And I told him, I said, and this is true, I said, I play just for the entertainment value. This is true. If I had a chance to win, but the line that I thought of in my head, one of that voice inside my head said, that's just too
If it was
funny.
a Rosen rip.
Yeah. It's a real, yeah.
You're going with the Rosen rip.
If it was fraud, I would say Rosen. Even if I know it, I know the answer isn't Rosen, though I suppose it could be.
Sure.
Rosen's a word. You could sometime go, the password is Rosen.
Well, I think we've done it with like Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mark's a word.
Yeah. So, Rosen is a word. It's a name, but it is a word.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's coming up at at 2:00 this afternoon. I couldn't get into, I think I'm Olympic out after 2 hours the other day. I tried last night again. Maybe it's the events. Here, I'm telling you. So I watched the very end of cross-country skiing. Our gal from Afton, who went to Stillwater High School, Jessie Diggins, did not win the gold. She won a bronze, so she did medal. She got to the stand. But I'm watching, and they're showing them at the finish line. They're skiing uphill at the very end, right? And it's hard to tell, because on television you can't really see elevation changes probably quite as severe as they are. But I don't know how they got to the top of that hill. And once they did, she collapsed in a heap. I thought she'd had a heart attack. I'm freaking out. I think, oh my gosh, remember when Deuce said the worst thing that can happen to you in cross country is you pass out, right? I thought she was in a bad spot. She sees on the ground. She's being attended to by one of her teammates. But then a couple of other racers get to the top. They also collapse and fall over. I mean, just absolutely, completely exhausted, right? And if you get a side ache, you grab onto your side. I don't know if she was trying to squeeze air into her lungs or if she laughed so much her side ached. I don't know what it was. But I'm thinking to myself, why do you want to participate in that event? See, if you ask me, Tennessee, would you rather be a cross country skier or curl? I'd take curling because
sure.
That's just, you can, I eat lunch during the 1 o'clock hour. You can eat lunch while you curl if you wanted to. You could have your food there. You could drink a beer if you wanted to, and I'm sure they do when you go to curling clubs around there. To me, that's just too much it's too physically demanding. It doesn't seem like it's worth the effort to me, but hey, congratulations. Oh, this one says she had bruised ribs from falling in an earlier event.
Yes.
So her ribs were hurt. Why didn't you tell me that?
She was gutty.
No, I don't know why you didn't tell me that thing. Because you weren't even really listening, right? Because I was wondering, I didn't know what was wrong with her if she was out of breath, and you knew it was her ribs.
I did know, yes.
Yeah. So you weren't listening, you were just waiting for your turn to
I was
talk.
trying to figure out why Brett screwed up the TV guide in here, but now I got to figure it out.
Okay, so should I repeat that last segment when we come back? Or should we just skip
I think
it?
we corrected it now.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Peek at the Purple, other side of the break, brought to you by my friends at Afford Electric. They're at my house today. I had a journeyman electrician and 2 apprentice electricians. They did all the work that was necessary. I saw one job, and he showed me I could have done it myself, but that's okay. I'm terrified of electricity. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got Peek at the Purple. Lil B at 1, and then at 1:30, it will be Program Pastor right here at the fan.
The Fan wants to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with our national cash contest. Enter the keyword pay at KFAN.com now for a shot at winning. That keyword is pay. Enter it now at KFAN.com.
Now, Lucky.
KFAN welcomes some great shows to Mystic Lake Amphitheater. John Mellencamp will be there July 14th. Chris Stapleton on July 29th and 30th. And Guns N' Roses will be there on August 8th. Get the complete details on all our upcoming shows on the concert page at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Oh, this is really good for me. The men's free skate is live right now. Because I was going to miss it tonight. Because I will be in Hinckley. Deuce and I suppose it'll be roughly 3:45. I'll be north of that Nook County line, and my troubles will be behind me. I'm not going to Camp Richard. I'm going to Grand Casino Hinckley for Grand Friday Night Fights presented by Grand Casino Hinckley and the Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe. Rapise Boxing. The Minnesota Light Heavyweight State Championship is at stake tonight, Tennessee. And Deuce will share the ring announcing with me. Nepotism at his very best. will also be on BXNG Boxing. They leave out the O and they leave out the I, probably because somebody else has that website. But it's a streaming service, so we're going to call the fights on the on BXNG tonight, along with the former International Boxing Federation super middleweight champion of the world, Golden Caleb Truax. So I wouldn't have been able to watch it tonight, after it's been recorded like I did the other night. Yeah. So we're going to get to see, I'm assuming, the quad god, who has a almost a unbeatable lead, right? It was sort of like how was it Colts leading Vikings 33-0 before the Vikings get whoever, if anybody is to overtake the quad god, the kid from the United States, they're going to have a Minnesota Viking-like performance against the Baltimore Colts. So I'll keep an eye on that for you.
Or they're going to have to go Tanya Harding on it.
Oh, well, yeah, right, exactly.
One of the two.
Shane Stant, Galooly, and who was the other guy? He was the one that was Galooly. What was her name again?
Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah, but the other one.
Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding. Was Galooly her boyfriend, or was it the other guy? Because there was 3 dudes, and then Harding, and then they clipped her on the knee with a monkey wrench, I think, or maybe it was Mr. Mustard in the locker room.
Colonel Mustard.
Maybe it was Colonel Mustard with a tire iron in the locker room. But yeah, that'd be the only way they would be able to do that. Peek at the Purple, brought to you by
Clue was a top 5 board game of all time, by the way.
I would have to think about it. I played it all the time. I did like it. I enjoyed it. I love Stratego. You ever play Stratego?
Oh, yeah.
Just loved Stratego as a kid. And you know what they finally came up with? You know how the progress, right? When I was playing, the pieces were wood. And there was no stand on them like they have now. Have you seen the plastic ones that have so they won't tip over?
Yeah.
Back then, they were just a square block.
Sure.
And so, if you bumped the table, they would just all fall over. The game would be over because you see if they flipped in the right direction where it exposed, where your flag was or just all the other pieces. Then they finally came up with that idea. Said, somebody what? I know what we ought to do.
My complaint with Stratego, and I haven't called corporate or anything.
All right.
But the newer version, because I've played Leo in Stratego because he got it for Christmas or something.
I know where you're going.
They flip the numbers on all the guys. Correct. So the guys who can take out the bomb is now 3 instead of 8. It's just too complicated. I grew up playing the other way.
And I don't know why they decided they needed to change the number.
It wasn't necessary.
No, it wasn't necessary. And you know what the thing about Stratego? It's much like Olympic hockey. Red and blue. That's the only colors.
Yes.
What, don't they like yellow and green? When will they do that in Stratego?
They should do a Vikings-Packers edition.
See?
Yeah, you make one purple, one green.
Okay, Corey.
You put players on there?
Okay, Corey Cove.
Can we get this started on Kickstarter?
You're just like Corey Cove. Well, I think we could, other than Stratego's probably trademarked and we'd be in big trouble. But anyways, that's a mighty fine idea. Affordable Electric was at my place today. They did new laundry room light. I had a lamp in there, one of those stand-up lamps that had been in there for like a year and a half. My wife kept saying, you need to get that fixed. Yeah, you're right. And they did some socket stuff. I have a dedicated circuit now for my sump pump. And it's like they got in, they got out. Price was fair. I pay, I endorse them, but it's like, I get it, but I pay money, and it was worth every penny. They did a great job. They cleaned up afterward. And I highly recommend my friends at affordable-electric.com. Affordable-electric, they are, yikes, shockingly affordable. The story I'm about to refer to is a Ben Gessling, Fish Wrap Factory West Side. Maybe you saw it earlier today, Tennessee. It may have, let me see when it first appeared. It looks like it was, 9 o'clock this morning. Analysis. Which Vikings players are likely to stay or go this offseason? And there's a long, long list. I mean, it starts with key free agents with Eric Wilson, Justin School, Ryan Wright, Carson Wentz, Andrew, is it DePaula? Is that how we say his name, the long snapper? Yeah. Fabian Moreau, Jalen Naylor, Jalen Redmond, who I think they should try to keep, Ivan Pace Jr., Then there's cut, trade, restructure candidates, Jonathan Allen, Jonathan Grenard, Javon Hargrave, T.J. Hawkinson, Andrew Van Ginkel. We just call him Gink. Aaron Jones Sr., Ryan Kelly, Blake Cashman, Blake Brandell, Brian O'Neill. I mean, these are major decisions. As we go through those names, and Gessling kind of gives, the highs and the lows for each one and what you'd probably have to do, because some of those guys are just going to have to be restructured. There's no way, and look, the Vikings aren't alone there. There are teams all over the league that are over the cap. And it's like, well, we can't go into the season paying what we said we were going to pay you. Sorry. And so then generally what I think they usually do, if they indeed still value that player and want them on the roster from the upcoming season, they restructure it. And a lot of it, I think, don't they just do like signing bonuses? Because that kicks the can down the road. So let's say tend to be a guy's due $20 million for this. Well, let's use Hawkinson. He's due $21 million. They go, not going to work, right? So they call corporate, say that, the chicken spatzel soup is cloudy and Hawkinson's making too much money. So then you go, how about we do this for you? We'll give you a signing bonus for however many million, and then we'll just pay you a lot less this year. And then in a case like Hawkinson, they might even say pay cut too, right? We're not going to give you 21. We're not going to give you a signing bonus for 17 million and then give you another 4 million for the year, right? Or isn't that how that works? I mean, can they break that? When you restructure and renegotiate deals, you can change them completely, I would think, right? But they have all sorts of work that they have to do. And I don't even know where they would start. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because the players, 8 or 10 of those players are still solid players that are going to have to be on the roster, I think. If you're going to, here's what it says with Hawkinson. Here's what he writes. Hawkinson was briefly the NFL's highest paid tight end after signing his 4-year extension in 2023, and his contract still ranks 4th in average annual value. He has $2.308 million that becomes guaranteed March 15th, and the Vikings could save $8.87 million by releasing him. Or they could save up to $9.46 million by converting his base salary to a signing bonus using the 2028 void year they placed in the contract when they wrote it 3 years ago. I don't understand.
This is so complicated.
It is so complicated. And every player, you've got Van Ginkel. His cap hit is $19.25 million. Fixture in the Vikings defense, critical piece in Flores' scheme, so there's little chance he'd be released in the final year of his deal. But his contract includes 4 void years. So the Vikings wanted to restructure his $15.39 million base salary. They could defer up to $11.35 million of cap space into the future. And that's that phrase, kicking the can down the road. And that's why...
which I feel like we've been doing for like 10 years in a row now.
I think all these teams do that. Now, it's nice to have a general manager in place to help handle this. We don't have one, though we do have one, I guess. By default, it is Brzezinski taking over, and he is a cap guy. He's been working as the capologist for the team for so long. That shouldn't be an issue with him. So, but there are many decisions to make, and maybe as the next week or a couple of weeks go by, we'll visit a few of these names occasionally. Maybe peek at the purple once or twice a week and kind of decide what you think they should do with each player, or at least predict what you think.
Well, it's hard to know because you don't know what the overall philosophy is going to be at this point, right? Are we still in win now mode? Or are we trying to rebuild?
Yep.
Depending on I think your quarterback would have a major influence on whether you're win now or rebuild.
Well, that's.
I don't know if KOC and B-Flow want to be part of a rebuild.
Yep. Yeah, that's some. And then here with KOC, I got to think we've not heard from the Wilfs as far as we have when Sir Mark, all we heard from him was when he announced that Kwesi was being let go, but there wasn't any philosophies or ideas. They really didn't even ask, I don't think, about the quarterback or the coach. But KOC's had a couple of really nice regular seasons, but he's 0-2 in the playoffs. And if they are bothered by what happened in the quarter, the guy we had in our building just won a big game for another team. I gotta think if O'Connell's seat isn't hot, it's got to be warm, doesn't it? Or not? Or do you think, no, not a chance? Because he was coach of the year 2 years ago.
I mean, now, as you've mentioned before, the responsibility now is on him as opposed to Kwesi. So the magnifying glass is going to be on him a little bit more. I guess if they had another losing season,
Right.
it's the NFL. I wouldn't be surprised if we got let go.
Peek at the Purple brought to you by our pals at Affordable Electric. For all of your electrical needs, affordable-electric.com, affordable-electric.com. Lil B joins us at 1 here on The Fan.
Bonus Bucks is back on KFAN. We have 9 chances for you to win $1,000 every weekday. That's every hour from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. To enter the keywords and learn more, head to KFAN.com.
Couple 13-14 past here in the Common Man program. I'm Common. He is 10 to B. When does the National Hockey League play restart? Oops, ouch. When do they restart after the All-Star break? Or
It's
Olympic
later in the
break?
month of February. I think they have 2 games in the last week of February here.
I'm looking at a piece in The Athletic. You familiar with it?
The what?
The Athletic. It's
No.
It's a online website that basically deals in sports is your whole life, just sports. Chris Johnston and James Myrtle. Are you familiar with either of those
I'm
names?
familiar with James Myrtle. I think he's from a Canadian guy.
They write hockey.
TSN.
It says analysis. I love analysis. NHL trade matchmaker predicting where top 5 targets go by the deadline. This is part 5. I didn't know they had this many parts. I'm way behind. It's sort of like watching a Breaking Bad. It's like catching it in the 5th episode. You want to go back, don't you? Can most of these, do you do any of those, like Yellowstone? The ones that have like 50 episodes.
Sure.
Then you can binge watch them. I mean, do you have to see the first one to get the middle one and then the last one? I guess it helps, right? Because I don't watch TV, so I don't know how that works. But I feel like I'm behind now on my analysis on Trade Watch because this says it's part 5. But here's what it says: they mention a player named Vincent Trocheck.
Yes.
Team New York Rangers, position center, shoots right, age 32. His contract term, he is a 2029 unrestricted free agent. Current cap hit $5,625,000 and no cents. Trade board ranking number 2. Chris Johnston makes his prediction of where he will end up. And who do you think he thinks will end up with Trocheck?
Well, I mean, I think the Minnesota Wild are going to be high on that list.
That is
I'm
correct.
assuming that's why you're bringing them up.
That's who he predicted. He says there's no mystery about how Wild GM Bill Guerin feels about Trocheck after selecting him to join Team USA.
Yeah.
USA for 2 best-on-best tournaments in the past 14 months. And there's no doubt about how seamlessly Trocheck fits Minnesota's needs as it tries to find its way out of the NHL's deepest division. The Wild need to add another capable center after parting with Marco Rossi as part of a package to acquire Quinnesota Hughes. They will be challenged to put together the right deal to get Trocheck from the Rangers because of the A-plus assets they've already spent elsewhere, but Guerin has shown an ability to get her done. He's certainly not shy about taking a big swing. So is Miguel Sano, but it seems like Guerin hits it more often than Sano. Trocheck is excellent in the face-off dot, which holds appeal for Minnesota and brings dressing room intangibles that a contender covets. What are those dressing room intangibles? Does he?
Yeah, hard worker, grit, good in the locker room.
Okay.
Right? You're not a cancer in the locker room. You're a team player.
They would never trade for me, would they?
You would not fit a lot of that description, no.
Guerin's decisions with USA Hockey already tell us that he's a player he believes you can win with. Now, the Myrtle guy thinks it could be Montreal that acquires him. Teddy, you know this better than I do. He says the Johnson guy says here, they will be challenged to put together the right deal to get Trocheck from the Rangers because of the A-plus assets they've already spent elsewhere, and that was what they did to get Quinnesota Hughes, right?
I don't think it's just Quinn Hughes, though.
Others as well?
Well, so, I mean, there's nobody regretting the Quinn Hughes trade, right?
Right.
So did they give up a lot of assets for him? Yes, but you don't look back and go, man, I wish they hadn't done that. The one that hurts them right now is a year ago, they gave up, a first, a second, a third round pick.
Okay.
And, a depth defenseman who's now back, who's actually back on our team, for David Juracek, who to this point has not played a whole lot for the Wild. Don't know if he has a future there. So there you gave up, 3 prospects, especially that, that first round pick is coveted and would be another piece you'd be able to use elsewhere. When you combine that with what you had to give up for Quinn Hughes, the cupboard went from, man, we have as many good young players and picks as anyone to, well, we just gave up a lot of them in those 2 trades. So that's going to be the challenge for Bill Guerin moving forward is I think he'd like to be big fish hunting, but there's not many more assets to play with to give up this big fish, which is why guys like Volsted's name pops up, right? Would you want to get rid of Volsted, a young goaltender who's shown some signs? No. But at this stage, if you want to bring in another elite player, he might have to be involved just because you don't have a lot of young, good players anymore locked up.
Would you be, let's pretend you're Bill Guerin, would you be, well, you don't even have to be Bill Guerin. As a fan, because you're the Jolly Green Giant, would you be willing, you say, we're all in, this is it, let's go ahead, well, let's trade the goaltender to get the center. Trocheck.
I would not give up Volsted for Trocheck, no.
Wait, hold on. I got to get him.
Oh my gosh, you are above average.
Trocheck's a really good player. He'd be a very good fit on this team for all the reasons they just mentioned, right? He's a center, what they're lacking. He's a right shot center, which they are lacking. He wins faceoffs, which they are lacking. He can kill penalties.
He's good in the faceoff dot.
He can kill penalties, which we're lacking. And then on top of it, he can score, he's been a 20-plus goal scorer here for the last couple seasons. He's also has a reasonable contract, and he's on a team that's the worst team in the Eastern Conference right now. So they are in sell mode. I forgot where I was going with my point now. What'd you ask me?
You would trade the goaltender? No, you wouldn't trade the goaltender.
With Volsted, the only way I'm sending Volsted away is if it is a big, big fish. And while Trocheck is a good player and we'd be a good fit and would be a great addition, and I would like our chances to get to a cup a lot more with him, he's not a big, big fish. And I'd still rather wait for that moment.
The Slovakian kid just wiped out. He's donezo. Okay. So if that was, who does he play for, Rangers?
Yes.
So if the Rangers said, well, you got to include him or we're out, then you would say, thanks, but no thanks.
And I just don't know if, I think that the Wild have a chance to win the Cup in 2026, but it's not like it's their only window.
Right.
Right? It's not 2026 or bust. I get Kaprizov's contract. It's going to be harder moving forward because Kaprizov gets a lot more expensive.
And we don't know if Quinnesota is going to come back.
If we can re-sign him, he's going to be expensive. So I get it.
His brothers are going to be expensive.
But you still have Kaprizov in his prime. Matt Boldy's an emerging star who's going to be in his prime. Quinn Hughes is still in his prime. Like, this shouldn't just be a one-year thing here, unless Quinn Hughes leaves. So I'm not willing to sell off on 2027, 2028, 2029 just to go all in this season. That doesn't make too much sense to me.
So in other words, you're again shoot, and sell. If it's selling off the goaltender. Shoot, you don't like shoot. You don't want to sell.
No. Yeah. I mean, I would for the right player.
Yeah, okay.
I like Trocheck. I'd like him here. I just don't. He ain't Volsted worthy for me.
So
if you can get him without sending Volsted, I'm interested.
Who's calling me from Vero Beach, Florida?
Could be the call you've been waiting your entire life for.
Yeah, could very well be. My guess it's a scam call. I don't know anybody in Vero Beach, Florida, but it could be.
Do you have any workers coming over to your house today?
I don't think so, no. So now let me ask you this, though, okay?
Because I received a call from Seattle last night, but it was just some guy from Amazon who Couldn't get in the house because my dog was outside.
Oh, okay.
Scared of Roma.
Maybe I should have answered that. It could have been the call I've been waiting for. Well, let me ask you a question. And this is it's all hypothetical because it's water under the bridge now. The deal's already been made. What if when we were cutting a deal for Quinnesota, they would have said Volstead has to be included in the deal? Would you have not done that one too? Or would you have said no for a guy?
It depends what the rest of the deal would have been. I would have sent Volstead away for Quinn Hughes. There's no doubt. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I just
Quinn Hughes is one of the best players in the NHL.
Right. And the Trocheck is not.
Trocheck's a very good player.
He's a very good player, but he's not on Quinnesota.
No. Not many are.
Not many.
I don't think Kaprizov is on Quinn Hughes' level.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Above average at that.
Wow.
Kaprizov is a top 10-ish player in the league. I think Quinn Hughes is top 5.
Wow. Who's the best player in hockey? Is it McDavid? In your opinion?
Yes.
I think he's overrated.
McDavid and McKinnon and McCarr are probably your top 3.
Who are they? McKinnon,
a lot of mix.
Yeah.
A lot of M's here.
I was going to say that, yeah.
McDavid, McKinnon, McCarr.
Oh, I like that. They're all Irish. Well, there you go. So yeah, but it's, and I would like, you know how I am. I think I've been pretty consistent here with, it's like, because I've asked you for this definition before. Can you look up the word B-E-R-F-T? Bereft? Bereft. I want to make sure before I use it, I want to see if I think it's correct. I think it means lack of, don't have, shortage, but I could be wrong.
Bereft.
That's when you get jobbed by the officials. Thank you. What does it say?
Well, it says past tense and past participle of bereave. So I'm going to have to go to bereave now.
Oh.
Bereave.
To deprive and make desolate, especially by death. To deprive ruthlessly or by force. Obsolete, to take away violence.
Well, desolate works. We've been desolate when it comes to championships. We don't. Our trophy cases are desolate. There's not much in them, right? So much like when when Conley made the 2 whoppers for first for Gobert and then he traded away Big Meow transformed into Bodega Cat. I was all for it because why not? I mean, it hasn't worked doing it the other way. And same thing with the Wild because they have been they've been the NHL version of the Timberwolves. Why not do it? So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll have to take your word for it that you don't do Volstead for he's got too bright of a future. He's your goalie of the future. You don't want to trade him for basically a center rental, right?
Well, and you can send off Volstead if you are 100% sure Gustafson's going to be your guy for the. There's just still something about Gustafson that I'm just not all in on.
Right.
I like him. I think he's good. But even the Olympics here the last couple of days, I found it funny how when Slovakia won their first game and our Iowa goalie was a star for Slovakia in that game, and people go, well, now we can trade away Volstead, and then Gustafsson hasn't looked very good his first 2 games for Sweden, and they lost today to Finland. I'm just still, I can't go 100% in on Gustafsson.
Okay.
So one, I do think Volstead has a great future. But I'm also not just ready to hand the net to Gustafsson and then not have anything backing him up that I'm confident in.
I'm about to get into something that's controversial.
That's interesting.
While many Winter Olympic athletes are having trouble getting to the podium, they're not having trouble getting frisky.
Really?
Did you see this story?
No. I feel like the story comes out every Olympics, though.
The Winter Olympics condom supply ran out in 3 days.
Yeah, baby.
3 days.
Well, maybe they're not supplying them with enough.
Well, could be, or maybe they're really frisky. Denny Alfonso wrote this, and Denny is a woman. because they got a picture there. Denny.
How's it spelled?
Denny.
Oh, interesting.
Free protection for Olympic athletes is nothing new, but when the supply runs out before the first week of the games is in the books, it's bound to make headlines. According to Italian outlet La Stampa, the complimentary condoms distributed inside the Olympic Village in Cortina were gone in a matter of days, 3 to be exact, just gone. An anonymous athlete told the newspaper, the supplies ran out in just 3 days. They promised us more will arrive, but who knows when. Well, just relax.
No!
Maybe make the it's the word I'm looking, I'm trying to be careful here. The foreplay last a little longer. Just take your time. Don't worry about it. And maybe get to know them a little bit. Maybe, ask them out to dinner. Or maybe these are all couples. I don't know. We do have some.
Yeah, there are some couples there.
And there are some that are married. They're the figure skating teams in the United States that got jobbed out of the gold, got the silver. They are married. They are a married couple. Situation becomes even more striking when stacked against the numbers from Paris in 2024. In the French capital, often dubbed the city of love. Love, I can't even say it. Organizers handed out approximately 300,000.
What?
Come on.
No way. This is made up.
No, this is what it says.
They did not.
That figure was confirmed in an interview with Sky News by Laurent Michaud, director of the Athletes Village during the Summer Games. By contrast, the allocation for these Winter Olympics was dramatically smaller. As reported by La Stampa, fewer than 10,000 were made available. There are 2,871 athletes in Italy for the Winter Games, while there were a little more than 10,500 athletes in France for the 2024 Summer Games. So there was way more for the Summer Games, tend to be. That's probably the.
They have more athletes?
Yeah. Well, this many more. I mean,
I feel like they have way more events.
The winter, there are 2,871 athletes in Italy for the Winter Games. In 2024 in France for the summer was 10,500. Yeah. So that's why you needed more. Many of the athletes are staying in Milan, 4 hours away from Cortina d'Ampezzo. The debate over availability intensified last week when Attilio Fontana, governor of Italy's Lombardy region, publicly addressed the topic. Here's what he said in a Facebook post. Yes, we provide free for athletes in the Olympic Village. If this seems strange to some, they're unaware of the established Olympic practice. It began in Seoul, 1988, to raise awareness among athletes and young people about disease prevention, a topic that shouldn't cause embarrassment. This time, however, it isn't the tradition making the news, it's the shortage. Spanish figure skater Olivia Smart added another layer to the conversation after sharing a now viral Instagram clip from inside the village, also shared by Fontana. In the video, she displays marked with the Lombardy region logo. I found them. They have everything you need. So I don't know what they're going to do, why there's a shortage if they just didn't order enough. They didn't, maybe the expectations is there wouldn't be as much when the cat's away, the mice will play. I don't know.
Why do they feel they need to provide them? Are they just, they don't want some sort of breakout that would put a halt to the Olympics?
I guess. I don't know. You would think you would be.
Can't the athletes just bring their own?
Well, you would think. They've got a logo on it, the Lombardy region of Italy. I mean, now, if it was the Power Trip Morning Show, we could go down logo lane right now and just talk about all the different logos that we could have on the phone, but we're not going to do that.
I also want to know if the athletes, how are they acquiring the condoms? Like, are they just sitting in a bowl and anyone can grab as many as they want? Or do they have to, check them out? Like, hey, I'd like to check out 3 condoms, please?
Well, check out leads me to leave you return them, and I don't think we're returning them.
No, my point is, if they're just sitting in a bowl, I would hoard as many as I could, knowing that they're going to run out, and then you start selling them to the other Olympic athletes. You make quick buck out of it.
I think they're just they're in the restrooms and they're coin operated. You just put a quarter in and you turn it. And of course, well, who carries change anymore? I don't know. I can't answer those questions, Timothy, but there's a shortage. Heaven forbid, with all the with the shortage of so many things on planet Earth, that the athletes have a shortage of clothes is it's not good. Let's do. Oh no, I thought he was going to wipe out. The guy from Switzerland did not wipe out. Let's do this. Let's take a break. Come back. Lil B, feminine touch to the program. She joins us next here on the Common Man program on the Fan.